With JB's contact form engine, you can create any form you need. Let us explain to you now how it works. 1. On the left side, you will find a black box which contains all HTML standard form fields. We will call this box Toolbox. 2. In the center of the page is a gray box. We will call this gray box Stage. You can change the size of the stage by drag and drop as you see here. But we can make much more by using Contact Form CSS Editor. Let me give you some examples. A. Here I set a title. Change the size of the stage header and the background color. Furthermore, I can manage font color, size, and font type. And here we see how it looks. B. I can change the background color of the contact form body from gray to any color I like. It could look like this. Better, no? My tip, just try it by yourself. You will be amazed when you see how easy it is. 3. To create form objects, you just drag a form field from the toolbox into the stage. 4. Once you do this, you will find 3 items on the right side of the form field. By mouse over, you get the system information, required, settings, delete. Let me explain to you what that means and how it works. A. Required. By activating this, user has provided information, i.e. email address, otherwise he can't send you the form. B. Settings. Here I set the label name and placeholder. Let me change font size and color in the CSS editor from black to white and increase the form field size from 15 to 30 to make that better visible. Okay, now I set the label name and placeholder. C. Delete. Click on Delete if you want to remove a form field. A warning message appears, and I confirm by clicking on OK. The form field is now removed. Okay, let me briefly put a form field into the stage to repeat what we learned so far. Manage Contact Form Settings. By clicking on Contact Form Settings and then on the last tab, Configuration, you can make the following settings. 1. In the drop-down menu Max File Load, you define how many megabytes files could have, which your user can attach to the form. 2. Use Grab IP if you want to store the IP numbers of users. 3. Redirect Page. Once a user sends a form out, you can place here a URL to redirect him to a certain page. Usually this is a page like, "Your form has sent out, we will answer you soon." 4. Contact Email. You will be notified that somebody sent you a form by placing here an email address. Page Manager. It is possible to make forms over several pages by using the Page Manager, which is mostly self-explanatory. You click on plus page to add a page and on minus page to delete it. The rest works as usual. You click on a page to activate it and drag the form fields you need into the page. Let us now briefly manage our buttons. So far you almost can't see them. 1. I open Settings. 2. And then I click on the Tab button. Here I can manage my settings like button size, colors, fonts, and so on. Just look how I do it here and try it later by yourself. You'll see that it's very easy. Later on, I click on OK, and here's the final result. More settings. Let me show you briefly some more settings. 1. As you might notice, we have a black grid in the background which is hard to see. Let me change that by switching the grid color from black to white. Now you see it better, right? 2. We can increase and decrease this grid. Let me increase from 26 to 76. 3. And here you can see why we need it. Because the grid works like a magnet and takes care that your form objects are placed accurately into the stage. Nice, no? More CSS settings. Let me show you very briefly how we can manage the appearance of form text fields by using JBS CSS Manager. I open Settings and play a little with the editor. It looks finely then like this. My tip? Just try it, you'll love it. Save your form. Once we are done with our form, we have to save it. Here we have 2 options. A. We either set a name and click on Save. B. Or we click on Save As and give it a new name. C. After that, you can use this form when we create content by opening Toolbox and loading it on our page. And this is it, isn't it? Well, not fully. It might so happen that your form needs changes. You can do this by clicking here on Form List, loading the form into the editor, and start working on it as we showed you before. Export data. Finally, we provide you a tool to export your data as Excel CSV for later re-import them into your Outlook or CRM system. You can reach this tool by clicking here on Statistic and export a new page open. On the right side, you can now make settings based on contact form and date ranger to decide which data you like to export. After that, you click on Export, and that's it. Now you really know everything about JB's contact form engine.